Yes, there certainly are. This is a story that, if you look at it carefully, it really raises a great deal of issues that this government and this country will have to grapple with in time to come. We understand, first of all, that those 10 Baptist missionaries were visited this afternoon by prosecutors who interviewed them. They were supposed to have had a session in front of a judge. Not clear whether that has happened yet, nor whether any decision has been taken to deport them to the United States, as has been suggested by, amongst others, the Prime Minister John Max Bellerive, who referred to them as kidnappers. But beneath it all, you look at it all the way from the beginning of the earthquake, this scenario began perhaps with the collapse of the prison system here, the prisons in rubble, convicted criminals set loose on the streets with fears that, among other crimes, the long-standing crime of child trafficking would see a big resurgence, and that led to increased scrutiny, perhaps at border points where these 10 Baptist missionaries were arrested with their busload of 33 children without any paperwork to show for them. But bear in mind, of course, they would have been crossing that border quite openly. So efforts underway to try and halt the transport of children across borders. And of course, this presents the government now with the possibility that they will have to put on a trial. And they realize that that's going to be incredibly difficult because the judicial system, the infrastructure, lies in rubble. The courthouse is literally collapsed. They don't have proper detention facilities to hold these people with running water, food and sanitation. And so they possibly are thinking of deferring it to the United States, creating in itself a potentially politically sensitive process with right-wing religious groups and charities in the US themselves involved in the aid effort here, possibly objecting to the way these 10 individuals have been treated. And all the while, of course, the situation in the camps persists. Hundreds of thousands living in dreadful conditions, and among them countless children who will continue to be vulnerable despite the best efforts of agencies, local and international, to protect them here. And it all raises very disturbing questions about this country's ability in the short to medium term to return to any semblance of law and order, quite apart from all the other problems, of course, that it faces.
Talking of those dreadful conditions in the camps, as you put it, at the very least, though, is aid now finally being distributed to those who are living in them?
Well, at the very least, as you say, there is now a big-scale food distribution process underway, started by the United Nations on Sunday, handing coupons to women, allowing them to collect a bag of rice that will feed a family for a week. Why women? Well, because the feeling is that women will be better placed and more responsible in distributing that food amongst the family, whilst men will be more likely to go out and sell it or fight amongst themselves. That process began on Sunday. Some 16 sites around the city and surrounds earmarked for distribution. Not all have opened, but they're expected to open in the coming days. So perhaps some food getting out, but 2 million people need to be fed, and it'll be some time before all of their needs are met, even just from a food point of view.